What is up, ChatGPT Insights fam? The news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the must-know updates that are shaking up the world of tech and beyond. Get ready, because you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. We're diving deep into how AI is reshaping everything, from your job search to the very information you consume. First up, are you struggling to land that dream job? One woman has revealed a game-changing ChatGPT strategy that landed her 5 interviews a week and a new role in just 30 days. We're breaking down her exact steps so you can replicate her success. Then, we're tackling a massive shift in how we get our information. Is ChatGPT officially stealing Wikipedia's readers? A groundbreaking study is revealing the impact, and it could change how you access knowledge forever. But it's not all good news for everyone. A new study shows that AI tools like ChatGPT are hitting young workers the hardest, causing a sharp drop in jobs for those just starting out. We'll explore which fields are most affected and why. And finally, the global regulatory battle heats up as Trump officials are warning the EU over new tech regulations that could soon impact services like ChatGPT. We'll break down the accusations and what it means for the future of AI governance. Stick around, you do not want to miss this. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. AI lands the job. How one woman used ChatGPT for a 5-interview week. In a job market that can feel like a constant uphill battle, one woman has shared a remarkable strategy that leveraged the power of AI to achieve astonishing results. After being made redundant, she embarked on a focused job search, and in just 1 month, secured a new role, boasting an impressive 4 to 5 interviews every single week. Her secret weapon? A strategic use of ChatGPT+, combined with a smart filtering process for job applications. Her approach began with a disciplined application strategy. She exclusively targeted jobs posted within the last 24 hours, sidestepping those requiring account creation or video submissions, and prioritizing those that clearly stated salary brackets. This initial filtering saved her valuable time and energy, ensuring she focused her efforts on the most promising opportunities. Once she identified suitable roles, the real magic of AI came into play. She utilized ChatGPT to generate highly tailored resumes for each specific job description. This meant that every application was precisely calibrated to match the keywords and requirements of the role, significantly increasing her chances of passing initial screening. Beyond the resume, she further enhanced her preparation by asking ChatGPT to create personalized interview guides. These guides included common interview questions, role-specific inquiries, questions for the recruiter, and even structured responses using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result, and highlighting her key achievements. She printed these out, turning them into invaluable cheat sheets for her interviews. Her efficient process also included setting personal boundaries, declining any roles that involved more than 3 interview rounds, which she found to be a good indicator of a streamlined hiring process. For the role she ultimately accepted, a position in healthcare tech within client success, her interview process was efficient, consisting of 2 one-hour video interviews with the general manager and hiring manager, and a 30-minute phone interview with the recruiter. Perhaps the most intriguing part of her strategy was what she called her most important step: using ChatGPT to create a mock job offer letter for the position she desired. She included her desired start date, salary, and the hiring manager's name, signing it on the day she interviewed with the manager. She found that the official offer letter she eventually received was remarkably similar to the one she had manifested. While some might find the manifestation aspect unconventional, the core of her success lies in the strategic and detailed preparation enabled by AI. She dedicated significant time to her job search, sometimes spending up to 5 hours a day, and applying for 8 to 10 jobs at a time. Her story is a powerful testament to how AI can be a potent tool for navigating and optimizing the often complex job application landscape. Users on platforms like Reddit praised her detailed approach, finding her advice practical and actionable for their own job searches. The consensus was that while AI can assist, the human element of strategic filtering and dedicated effort remains crucial. Prepare to be amazed by how AI is changing the very fabric of how we find information online. Next, we're diving into a study that reveals if ChatGPT is actually taking over from a beloved source of knowledge. Wikipedia's reader decline. Is ChatGPT the culprit? A groundbreaking new study from Columbia Business School, MIT, and Dartmouth is shedding light on a significant shift in how people access information, suggesting that the rise of conversational AI like ChatGPT may be directly impacting the readership of established knowledge platforms like Wikipedia. The research indicates a noticeable decline in traffic for Wikipedia articles that exhibit a tone and style similar to ChatGPT's, leading to questions about the future of online information consumption. The study employed machine learning techniques to categorize Wikipedia articles based on their linguistic style, distinguishing between those that were ChatGPT-like and those that were not. By tracking readership trends over time since ChatGPT's public launch, the researchers observed a clear pattern. Articles with conversational, direct answer formats, akin to ChatGPT's output, experienced a steady decrease in user visits. This suggests a growing preference among users to receive information directly from AI chatbots for certain types of queries. This trend extends beyond just readership. The study also found suggestive, though not yet statistically definitive, evidence that the frequency of edits on these ChatGPT-like articles has also decreased. This could imply that fewer users are contributing to or updating content on Wikipedia when they can get similar information quickly from an AI. The implications are substantial for Wikipedia, a platform that has thrived for nearly 25 years on a crowdsourced model. A sustained drop in engagement could potentially impact the quality, breadth, and depth of its vast knowledge base. Interestingly, the impact appears to be selective. Not all Wikipedia articles have seen a decline. Users seem to be gravitating towards AI for quick answers on straightforward topics, but still rely on Wikipedia for more in-depth research, complex subjects, or when a structured, verifiable source is paramount. This highlights that while AI offers convenience, it may not entirely replace the comprehensive and community-driven nature of platforms like Wikipedia. This dynamic creates a potential paradox. AI models like ChatGPT often rely on sources like Wikipedia as foundational data for their training. If Wikipedia's readership and contribution levels decline significantly, it could, in the long run, affect the quality and accuracy of the AI models themselves. The study underscores that as the information ecosystem evolves towards AI-driven answers, crucial elements like context, community validation, and source credibility, qualities inherent to Wikipedia, remain vital and are difficult for AI to replicate. This shift represents a fundamental change in how we interact with information online. If you found yourself turning to ChatGPT for answers more often than Wikipedia, you're part of a trend that research is now quantifying. It will be fascinating to observe how users adapt and how these platforms evolve in response to this changing landscape. The author, Amanda Caswell, a leading voice in AI and technology, notes that this transition is reshaping everything from search engines to encyclopedic resources, making it essential to understand these evolving information pathways. User impact. The findings suggest a tangible shift in user behavior, with many users finding AI chatbots like ChatGPT to be a faster, more direct source for certain information needs, potentially at the expense of traditional knowledge platforms. While some are turning away from traditional knowledge sources, others are facing a more direct impact from AI's rapid advancement. Get ready to learn about how AI is reshaping the job market, especially for the next generation. Generative AI's job market impact. Young workers hit hardest, study reveals. A comprehensive new study from Stanford University, analyzing payroll data from millions of U.S. workers, has delivered a stark warning. The widespread adoption of generative AI tools, including those like ChatGPT, is leading to a significant decline in job opportunities for young professionals in AI-exposed fields. In contrast, the employment landscape for more experienced workers and those in less AI-impacted sectors has remained stable or even shown growth, highlighting a growing divide in the labor market. The Stanford researchers utilized anonymized payroll data from ADP, covering a period up to July 2025, to conduct a large-scale analysis of generative AI's early effects on employment. Their findings are particularly concerning for entry-level workers. The study observed that among individuals aged 22 to 25, employed in jobs most susceptible to AI automation, there was a relative decrease of 13% in employment since late 2022. This sharp decline contrasts sharply with the experiences of older workers in the same fields, whose employment numbers remained steady or increased, and also with the employment trends in sectors less exposed to AI. The study posits that the core reason for this disparity lies in the nature of the knowledge that generative AI currently excels at processing. Generative AI tools demonstrate a remarkable proficiency with codified knowledge. The factual information, theoretical concepts, and formal skills typically acquired through education and structured training. However, they still struggle to replicate tacit knowledge, which is gained through practical, hands-on experience, intuition, problem-solving in real-world scenarios, and the nuanced understanding that comes from years of practice. Since many entry-level positions heavily rely on codified knowledge, these workers are consequently more vulnerable to being displaced or having their roles augmented to the point of requiring fewer personnel compared to their more experienced counterparts, who possess a greater degree of tacit knowledge. The researchers emphasize the robustness of their dataset, noting that its size and scope allow for a more precise analysis than is often possible with publicly available statistics. They are committed to continuing their monitoring of these labor market trends, aiming to understand how the job market will adapt over time, much like it has during previous eras of significant technological transformation. This ongoing research will be crucial in identifying strategies for workforce adaptation and mitigating the negative impacts on vulnerable worker groups. User impact. The study's findings have sparked considerable discussion among young professionals and career advisors, raising concerns about the future employability of recent graduates and the need for skill development that emphasizes tacit knowledge and human-centric abilities. As AI reshapes job markets, it's also drawing the attention of governments and regulators worldwide. Prepare for a look at the international political arena as tech giants face new rules, and political tensions rise over AI regulation. US-EU tech tensions escalate. Trump officials warn EU over AI regulations affecting ChatGPT. In a significant geopolitical development concerning the future of artificial intelligence regulation, reports indicate that the Trump administration is considering imposing sanctions against European Union officials. The focus of this dispute is the EU's Digital Services Act, DSA, which the US government claims constitutes censorship and places unfair burdens on American technology companies. This regulatory framework is poised to soon encompass major AI services, including OpenAI's ChatGPT, as their user bases within the EU continue to grow. According to sources cited by Reuters, the US administration is contemplating measures such as visa restrictions targeting EU or member state officials who are responsible for the enforcement of the DSA. The core argument from the US side is that the DSA infringes upon free speech and imposes unnecessary operational costs on US tech firms. While no definitive action has been finalized, internal discussions regarding these potential sanctions have reportedly taken place recently, signaling a potential escalation in the ongoing trade and regulatory disputes between the US and the EU over online content governance. This move could further strain relations that have already been tested by tariff threats and US criticisms of how European authorities handle American tech companies. US officials have openly accused the EU of weaponizing the DSA to implement what they describe as unreasonable limitations on free expression, and they allege that the law is being used to silence conservative viewpoints. Reuters further reported that Secretary of State Marco Rubio has directed American diplomats stationed in Europe to actively lobby against the DSA, advocating for revisions or its complete repeal. This stance aligns with previous threats made by prominent US figures, including Vice President J.D. Vance, who have consistently accused European officials of censoring American speech, often citing examples involving right-wing political parties in Europe. The European Commission, however, has staunchly refuted these accusations, labeling them as completely unfounded. A spokesperson clarified that the DSA's objective is to create safer online environments by mandating that online platforms take proactive measures against illegal content, such as hate speech, while simultaneously safeguarding users' rights to free expression and access to information. The law is designed to be a balanced approach to digital content moderation. The DSA's scope is expanding. While it currently targets large online platforms, its provisions are set to extend to AI services like ChatGPT as their monthly active user counts in the EU surpass specific thresholds. The European Commission has the authority to designate services as very large online platforms, VLOPs, or very large online search engines, VLOSEs, if they reach over 45 million monthly active users within the EU. OpenAI recently reported that ChatGPT Search recorded approximately 41.3 million monthly active users in the EU for the 6-month period ending March 31, 2025. This figure places ChatGPT on the cusp of meeting the criteria for a VLOSE designation, which would subject it to stricter regulatory requirements similar to those already imposed on services like Google Search, Bing, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Upon receiving such a designation, companies like OpenAI would have a 4-month period to comply with a new set of obligations. These include conducting annual risk assessments that cover potential issues like disinformation and election interference, implementing mandatory measures to mitigate identified risks, undergoing independent audits, and providing data access to authorized researchers and regulatory bodies. Furthermore, platforms would need to offer transparency regarding their recommendation systems and provide users with at least one option that does not involve personalized profiling. Failure to comply with these DSA rules could result in substantial fines, potentially reaching up to 6% of a company's global annual revenue, in addition to the obligations already mandated by the EU AI Act, which specifically targets AI models themselves. User impact. This regulatory standoff highlights the growing global tension between governments seeking to regulate AI and technology companies, potentially impacting the development, deployment, and accessibility of AI services like ChatGPT in major markets. We've covered job hunting, information sources, workforce impacts, and international regulations. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day and get you caught up on everything you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's Essential AI Updates. We've seen how one woman used ChatGPT to land 5 job interviews weekly and secure a role in just 30 days, showcasing the power of AI in career advancement. We also explored the fascinating study suggesting ChatGPT might be contributing to a decline in Wikipedia readership, signaling a major shift in information access. Plus, we uncovered research indicating that AI tools are disproportionately impacting job prospects for young workers, demanding a focus on new skill sets. Finally, we looked at the escalating international tensions as U.S. officials warn the EU over strict tech regulations that could soon affect AI giants like ChatGPT. Don't miss out on any future breakthroughs. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe to ChatGPT Insights for your daily dose of AI news, and smash that notification bell to stay ahead of the curve. For more insights and discussions, follow us on all our social media channels. Let us know in the comments which story you found most impactful. See you in the next one.